You're listening to The Monks.
You're here with The Monks. I'm Josh.
I'm Heather.
And thank you very much for being here. We're going to be talking about the middle of a football game, like the rest of the country. Mm-hmm. Maybe the world.
Yeah. At least America.
Yeah. Yes. As we learned, not just the U.S. I know I was like gobsmacked. I was like, wait a minute. What? And then a friend of ours posted a clip and I was like, oh, no, we covered this in Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Like you said, people who are like, what? Oh, clutch. I'm like, no, we covered that in Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Heather, what did you think of the halftime show?
I loved it. I thought it was so fun.
There was a lot of energy around this halftime show.
Yeah. A weird thing to bring energy around.
Yeah. But when you got nothing else bigger to focus on, you can really put it all into a 15-minute show in between a football game. Mm-hmm. If you kind of unpack the halftime show, it really is like your school going, hey, jocks, we know you need a breather about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Some of the drama kids would really love an opportunity to get out there under the bright lights and just do a little bit of Annie because they're just trying, nobody's going to come and watch them do Annie. Can they go out there and pop off a little bit of like, hey, big spender? Is that
She's an orphan. Why would you choose that song?
What's Big Spender about?
I would think it's about, hey, big spender.
Oh, I thought she was, because she got a billionaire dad, so I thought she was like, oh, that's cool. Hey, big spender. And these are the kind of things, this is why we were like, we'll have them come out at your halftime. Mm-hmm. They'll work out those kinks under the big lights, And it gives you guys a chance to grab some water and stuff, catch up, game plan, next
So they
half.
had to pitch, the drama kids had to pitch to the jocks that they could have a play?
At the end of the day, yes. If you think about even at the highest level, because you kind of said that with some vinegar, if I go now to almost any college campus, they're going to go, you're lucky you got books, stadium first, learning second, your improv troupe third. You're going to come and bother your classmates at a lunch. 70,000 people are going to go watch this game, whether we like it or not. That's what we're here for. So I did think like all the energy around halftime, like we acting like halftime's the biggest part of this thing. It is the Super Bowl. That's what most people are tuning in for.
Not me. No, I was so confused when you said this whole thing leading up. I was like, wow.
But I only showed up for the commercials and that.
Well, oh, gosh. The commercials. Oh, the commercials. We told you last week.
Yeah.
AI ain't no good.
You could really tell, and we'll come back to the, because I want to talk about the halftime show. Okay. But when you just touch on those commercials, the big four were weight loss drugs, gambling, cryptocurrency, and AI.
Yeah.
AI, take my job, please. They were really trying to push a narrative around AI. And what I thought was great was every creative was like, we're going to just lean into the scary things. And then just go like, nah. It wasn't even like, there wasn't even a verb or a noun that described safeguards to prevent those things. It was just like, you're silly for even thinking them, bud.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts to have that be your commercial.
Yeah. Your commercial is Thor's getting killed a bunch of different ways. And then my like potato head self is like, well, if Thor can't thwart AI, what am I going to do?
Wait, was that an anti-AI commercial maybe?
No, it was a Google commercial. Yeah. It was straight up like, no, come on. It read so obviously like, If I'm wrong, I'd be pleased to be wrong.
Yeah.
But we'll get back to the commercials. We just want to tantalize the people. Okay. We're going to, because I want to deep dive those commercials, because commercials used to be such a fun experience for the Super Bowl. And now, I can't imagine anybody walked away from any of those commercials really feeling like, what's that? Like, remember that? Like, what's that? That reverberated for 2 years in my school. Yeah. Like, that made it in the Scary Movie.
Yeah. I hear people say it.
In the lexicon. There ain't nothing that was presented commercial wise that's going to be a part of anything.
So a while ago, I had a friend who mentioned AI.
Hey, congratulations. A while ago, I had a friend. Had a friend.
A friend.
Ended badly. AI murdered them.
But she had a conversation with her husband and her sister-in-law about AI and art. And then she just asked me, she kind of told me, and then she said, what do you think? And I said, there's just like no no
Yeah.
soul, no way you can see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good.
And those commercials really showed you that, right? I actually felt like those commercials that were clearly AI driven, like, like the de-aging of all these celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
I felt like it was almost propaganda. It was so bad. It was like they wanted us to walk away going like, oh, AI can't trick us. Like, we'd know AI in a heartbeat. I go, I know this isn't as good as AI can look.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to get us to put our guard down like, oh, we're overblown. We're fine. It looks bad. It makes a terrible commercial. Just like Ring Doorbell was like, hey, we can find your dog. And I was like, buddy, we're going to put up posters and we're going to do what everybody's done since the beginning of time. Drive down our street real slow, calling our dog's name.
Yeah.
You're talking about,
crazy.
you literally are showing technology that's like, we'll catch an image of it and then track it beat for beat through every home in your neighborhood. And I'm like, we don't want you to do that. We're going to go back to doorbells.
Yeah.
We're all going to go back to doorbells.
Yeah, we should go back to doorbells.
Yeah, not liking it. But you know what I did like? Halftime show.
Yes. The Benito Bowl.
Yeah. They actually did the opposite, I feel like, for anybody normal. If you would have said, are you super excited for the halftime show in general? Really, the only one I can think that I was super pumped on. Two. I love hip hop. I really, really liked when it was in LA and it was like Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, 50 Cent, all those guys. And I really liked the Kendrick Lamar one. Those are like the more recent ones that I was like, yes, I'm into this. Otherwise, I would have just been like, yeah, I'm going to watch whoever it is. Like, I would have thought nothing about it one way or the other. Now, would I have thought, oh my God, and had a panic attack about anybody performing at it? No, probably not.
Yeah.
Like, and they'd certainly have to tell me they had devised a plan that was terrible. Like, oh, they've said they're coming out and just going to do offensive stuff or something. What we were presented with was great.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah.
I was just thinking when you were saying that, like, I've never actually cared about a Super Bowl or Super Bowl halftime.
Not in a negative way.
Right.
You're just like, right. The deal is you're going to watch it. It used to just always be like, we're going to watch it.
But I was excited last year, not excited beforehand to watch the Kendrick Lamar. I didn't care. I was going to watch it, but I really liked it afterwards.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, like, usually it's like, yeah, you're watching a concert,
right.
But I felt like it was a performance, like an experience,
It was very cool.
And I felt the same way with this one.
Absolutely. I actually feel that, like, with the Rock Nation ones, since they've kind of taken over, because I know everybody's like, oh, vitriol. I feel like they've done a lot of those kind of things, like making them a bigger, more interactive experience than what I think halftime shows were for a long time, and they weren't bad for a long time, but that's how you grow a thing. Because even when I think of like The Weeknd, he had like the maze thing. They're doing more stuff than just standing on a stage and ripping. They're like, no, we're gonna do even more. It's like a Broadway show level thing. I thought it was sick.
Yeah.
This year the big thing was like, there's gonna be a competitor. We don't like who you picked. And again, we have nothing. Everything else is going swimmingly, so we can get into the minutia of these kind of decisions.
Yeah.
If you don't like a halftime of a game, throw your own halftime, right? Because nothing screams, I'm of normal brain function. Like, I'm going to put on my own half. Just imagine if you're somebody in your life, if you go, oh, you're not into Bad Bunny performing at the halftime show? Now, I know, I'm not even going to bother with the question. I know you've never heard one Bad Bunny song as you scream this in my face. You've never heard a song, even tangentially walking past an establishment and the door swung open and you thought you heard Gasolina. You've never even experienced that in the community you reside in. But you're going to throw your own halftime show. What do you mean you're going to throw your own halftime show?
Maybe a lot of kids throw their own halftime shows, typically.
Yeah.
For their dads, who they never get attention
like in the romper room.
Yeah. And then they're like, fine, I'll watch you during the halftime, and they go away and watch. But not this year. This year they had to go to second halftime. They had to leave their child's performance to go watch bad second halftime.
Yes. And of course we're talking Puppy Bowl. Yeah. You scumbags. Oh, we're trying to get puppies adopted. No, of course, we're talking the Kid Rock halftime show. It's the opposite of take your ball and go home. It's nobody asked you to play with us at all. You made a ball out of tape And now you're in your like room working on your monologue to the other kids while you play by yourself because no one likes you even at all. Because I was like, oh no, it doesn't take your ball. It isn't you have a thing we all want. It's literally like, I'm going to go rent out a little weird, terrible studio, like one of these, like it ain't a studio, I can tell you that. It's like an Atlanta just made one. Used to be a Kinko's, now they're going to shoot this thing and everything.
Which, just FYI, sorry, we did not watch it.
Oh God,
no. This is based on clips
of it. I watched clips. I don't need it. Why would I watch it? I'm of normal brain chemistry. I'm just going to watch the halftime show. If your pitch is, hey, we didn't like a thing, in about 3 months we kind of slapdash threw together a lineup that was, I was like, I don't know that I would describe this as a lineup. I've seen better lineups down at County. Nobody cares, but everybody cared, right? In fact, I got into a conversation like Monday after the Super Bowl. Oh, what did you think of the halftime show? Now, this person does have this accent-ish. I'm not a spy. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's dealing with like a spy." No, just a lady. That is right away. I feel like kind of a leading question where I'm like, okay, so this person didn't like the halftime show, or they're about to tell me they didn't like the halftime show. This happens a lot to me. I'm a 6'2" straight white man. I have people constantly saddle up and go like, "Hey," I'm like, "No, I'm not with you."
Yeah.
And she said, I couldn't understand any of it. And I said, well, no, it was in Spanish for sure. For sure, if you don't speak Spanish, it was going to be hard to fully understand the words, 100%.
The lyrics, yeah.
But I do feel like the visual aid, because I was like, you watching TV with your eyes too, yeah? Visual aid, very easy to comprehend storytelling. I felt like it's like when you're seeing, from another room, the TV, I get it. I can't hear, I get it. I get what's happening.
I don't. I watch TV I do watch TV like.
TV is nothing but bumps. But I was like, yeah, I like, and she's like, oh, I had never heard of this person. I was like, oh, really? They're a gigantic artist.
And you're talking to a old person?
I'm talking to an old person.
So it's like, you're never going to know who's doing the halftime show. You've aged out of knowing that.
I don't
remember when you were young and it was people who were your age?
Right.
Now you're old.
The thing that's crazy is I go, did I know all Bad Bunny songs? No. I knew like the Gasolina one. That was the hit when we were young.
Yeah.
I don't need to know everything to experience it and like it. But she was like, oh, it's that thing where I guess that's the disappointed sound of somebody who thought you were going to bag on a thing with them. And I was like, oh no, I like that.
But did she think you were going to bag on it?
I think she was just like looking for someone who might, and I was like, no, I genuinely did like it. And she's like, I just couldn't understand it. But I was like, yeah, I can't understand a lot of music, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Like, I really genuinely love music, and constantly I'm like, oh, is that not what they said?
Isn't that like a running joke in life, human experience wise? We're all like, oh, that's
Absolutely.
the words? I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
Absolutely. And when you think about like, oh, we're going to do a second one because we just can't understand this guy.
Yeah.
And
don't even like know if maybe you could, maybe they would have subtitles for you. Yep. Maybe they would show you a presentation where you could fully understand it by just the visuals.
My personal favorite thing was no subtitles.
Yeah. No, I did
loved
like that.
How many people were like, and they didn't even have subtitles. I go, is that would that have done it for you?
Yeah.
Subtitles would have done it for you.
You knew they weren't going to have them ahead of time. So that's why you planned all this.
Man, we could have had an interpreter in every household and you would have hated this. Right? They go, no, we have someone who can interpret for you. Every household. Bad Bunny paid $100 million to make sure there was an interpreter in every household of non-English speaking people. And then you break down the math on that and you go, he didn't pay them that much. There's a lot of people who don't speak Spanish. I said non-English speaking, but non-Spanish speaking. And they still would have been mad. So I'm like, you like being mad. The fact that you went with Kid Rock, first off, that's funny for several reasons.
Well, but they only have so many to choose from. There's really not a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'll go do that.
It is a thin roster of people who are willing. It's like we got Rob Schneider doing like crowd warm up. He's in there doing stuff like just to get him warm, and then Kid Rock's going to come out. But I go, he's going to come out and be like, ball with the ball, the dang, diggy, diggy, dang. I'm like, what you can understand that.
Yes. No subtitles needed.
You can understand that. I saw one person that was just like, their people went in another room, and of course they're just watching Bad Bunny because they're normal. but they're with their family.
Okay.
They're with their family.
Okay.
And in the other room, every other person in their family is huddled in there getting a laptop to come on.
That's so weird.
To watch the thing. And they go, and of course, you're enjoying the halftime show that you were so you're on fire for, that all it is you're calling people and they're calling you going, are you watching it? Are you watching it? Okay, good. You're watching it?
Right. And also, why couldn't they just like go get a snack if they didn't want to watch it?
Our job is not to know everything. It's to stay open enough to be like, oh, cool. And what were some of the stuff that you liked from his?
Oh, I liked a lot of the dancing. Like it's like fun. I mean, I'm already a fun person. I have Gloria Estefan's conga as my wake up alarm.
There you go. Right out of the gate, you're like, that's what I'm showing up with. Yeah. Okay, I wake up to conga first thing in the morning.
Yeah. So I just thought all the dancing was fun. I loved those 3 women who did the neck choreography. Yeah. Oh, it was so cool. Like, it just was like cool how their hair went at the same time.
It's great.
I love synchronized choreography.
It was like a real show.
Oh yeah, it was
great
fabulous.
Show. Mm-hmm. Jumping off the roof of a building. Mm-hmm. Got paid. You know, it's a good show when Pedro Pascal is just vibing.
Yeah.
He's there, but he's not, it's like blink and you miss him. Mm-hmm. Who else was back there? They had some other stars.
Cardi B was there.
They passed her. Like, I was like, oh, was that Cardi B?
Yeah. You said it and it never even went back for me to like.
Just enjoy yourself.
And then I did the same thing with Pedro Pascal. I was like, that's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. I was like, no, is it?
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba was there, yeah.
Penelope Cruz.
And her husband too, right?
Javier Bardem. I mean, obviously I loved everything about the show, so I don't really need to say each little thing. But something I saw that I was like, oh, this is so great. I love, his message was have fun, have joy, love conquers hate.
Yeah.
And
what a piece of crap.
Yeah. So there was like a video from like the cell phones in the stadium of him. Like Lady Gaga was performing and it just pans to him and he's dancing, just getting ready to go up, but
not
like
even
enjoying
being seen,
her.
Really.
Right. Yeah. He's not in anything. He's just enjoying her part of the show.
Yeah. That's the thing. I go, if you're the people out here like, because what was like really sending me for a loop on game day is I would look at, and I'm doing it to myself. If I go into Facebook, I know what I'm doing. It's like putting your hand in a hornet's nest. You're like, I want to check the pulse on where I grew up. Mm-hmm. And that I haven't lived in 20 years or more. I want to check the old pulse on that. And I just saw a lot of like, watching the other halftime show. Like, it was a lot of like, we're watching the one that ain't this one. Like a lot of like all caps that. And I said, yeah, that's a normal energy. I know whenever I go see a movie or something, I'm like, going to see Scream 7. Don't care what you think about that. Like, and it was a lot of people, and of course I got to go in the comments because again, I'm to get it. I'm putting my hand on the fire myself. Go in the comments. It's like, me too. Third comment almost every time was like, how? Help! I'm stuck watching Bad Bunny. I'm dancing. The kids are dancing. Help! How do I do computer? Oh darn it! Oh geez, I've just signed up for Duolingo. Help! Modem. And I'm just like, just relax. If you really wanted to know where something is, you'd already know how to get to it. It was literally like, yep. Ah! I don't know what's going to happen.
Even the Me Too's were too aggressive.
Yeah.
Those Me Too's.
What?
Like the Me Too. They're all caps.
Yeah. Sorry. That was the wrong Me Too movement.
Yeah.
But it really was just like checking in. Phone tree. Are you watching Kid Rock? Are you watching them? Oh, God, it's so good. Oh, no, it's good. Oh, I'll describe it to you because you said you're on the toilet. But you do have it turned on? Okay, because they need the numbers. His skinny little legs. He's got on jorts. Jean shorts over the knee. He's got a big old woolly mammoth type vest. Oh, we dropped that. Okay, that's good. He's got some glasses on his face. He's wearing a fedora like all guys his age that you know are going to be fun to hang out with. Am I right? My God, I see that guy down at Gators Dockside. I go, hello. He's got a carpal tunnel brace on. Oh, he's doing all the hits. He's not singing it. He's not even holding the mic to his face. It's better than Bad Booney. I'll tell you that right now. I don't feel bad for these people. I never will.
Yeah.
But just admit it ain't good.
No, I like it. I like them to have to do it.
I just go, okay. I mean, I just wouldn't want to have to always be like, no, this is better. I'm like, I know it's not better.
I know. That's why you're not one of them.
I have eyes.
That's what they like spending their life being miserable.
They do.
Unfortunately, they want us all to be miserable.
I know. The other ones are being divisive. And we're trying to bring everybody together around Christ's message of ball with the ball, the dang, dig it back. Remember when Christ was up on the cross and he said, yea, I am a bull god. Remember that? And he had that little man that performed with him. Oh, my grandma thinks that Kid Rock, she's mixing Kid Rock and Jesus. Kid Rock had a little man who performed with him. He did. I don't think Jesus did. I think all his disciples were average height.
Did it specify that, or we have never looked into that maybe?
I don't know. That's true. I don't know. He could have had him a little helper as well.
Yeah.
Like a Kid Rock. I couldn't even tell you who else was there. I just remember I saw a quote from one of the country musicians who performed at it. And it was like, I'm not doing this to be divisive. I do everything for my kids. And I had an opportunity to play the halftime show, and I thought, how cool is that going to be for them to see me playing the halftime show? And I saw somebody just go, this man didn't play the halftime show. What? What in the name of what? I think what your kids are going to see is somebody who's delusional. You're not playing the halftime show. The halftime show is produced by Rock Nation, and it's starring Bad Bunny.
I feel like this is happening really to show the people who are like just realizing what's going on that like when we say we need a change in how we run as a society, it's like invest in education.
Yes.
Oy, oy.
My God, if you invest in education, at least when you're a bigot, you can get to the website you're trying to go to one-up us all. It's like, you can't do that. You don't like this music. You don't know you're not performing at halftime.
Can I also just say, I'm so confident. Yeah. This is the group who, when we were young and that song probably first came out, hated it.
Oh, 100%.
So it's interesting they love it so much now.
That is actually funny because I had that CD of Kid Rock. No parent that would have been in there like, me too! Like, none of those people, when you cruise by with that, would have liked it.
I knew of Bad Bunny for a while, but I never had really seen him until I saw him the first time he was on SNL.
Yes.
And I thought, like, he has really great comedic timing. He's a very good actor. Like, I really was like, oh, this guy's a superstar. Yeah. For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's very funny. He was very funny in Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah.
There's a little sizzle between maybe him and Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, she was
tremendous at the dual threat. Because it takes a lot to just be good hosting or a good performer. And when you crush it on both counts, and I don't know if he performed in, I would assume
at least one of the times he's hosted.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way they'd have him host and not perform.
Yeah, he performed his during it.
That's incredible to me. So I'm like, oh, that's funny that they have a little like, people are like, oh, I think they might be maybe something. Yeah. His halftime show felt very Broadway. It's like he's doing his stuff, but he knows how to act.
Well, he's telling a story, And
then Puppy Bowl, they carried
Puppy Bowl second place.
Always.
Since the Super Bowl was in San Francisco, and we live in San Francisco, we decided to stay in our neighborhood all weekend. Oh, yeah. So that we weren't like, in the we lived in tourist cities a lot of our life.
We've lived in cities that have hosted the Super Bowl before.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
so
always
we're
madness.
like, we're good. Yeah. But since it was here, I hope that Bad Bunny went to that restaurant that we talked about on The Monks Lose a Michelin Star.
Yes.
And met his doppelganger.
Absolutely. They did a contest, like a Bad Bunny lookalike contest. And I thought, man, I hope that waiter that we had goes to it, because I feel like he could change nothing about himself, walk in and win that money. Yes. Like, I feel like he could have actually been doing some side work all week as like a stand-in when they just need to be like, okay, and that's how the lighting would work.
And I think they would be like, oh, he's saving his voice for the show. Because he was acting like he could talk to us, but he was just being so weird.
He was
being
very,
quiet.
very quiet. It's one of the reasons I said, this isn't Bad Bunny though, right? Like, he's not like researching a part or something. He's not like De Niro when he drove taxi cabs or whatever, It's like, this is just a guy, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that dude would have absolutely smoked that contest. I was like, let's get you out there, dude. Mm-hmm. I think that if I were a betting man, I'd bet on him. Commercials used to be the best.
Yeah. Oh, they were so good.
It's like,
that was,
remember like you had the What's Up, you had the frogs.
Those commercials would go on, even if you didn't see the commercial, you would see the, it pop up on, social media, like, gotta see this commercial.
Right. And now it's like, it just really lets you know, it's like, oh, it is kind of dystopian, huh? Mm-hmm. The stuff that they will care to like thwart. And then the stuff that I'm like, yeah, let's get everybody a gambling addiction. Mm-hmm. We already, a lot of people in crippling debt in this country. A lot of people can't make ends meet. Mm-hmm. People constantly posting like, you'll never believe it, but I won huge. And I go, yeah, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
You're not going to win. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. Just, you're not going to win. Mm-hmm. Cryptocurrency, another thing people are like, I don't really fully understand it. Mm-hmm. I think more and more we're finding out like, why would people need almost an untraceable version of money? Oh, okay. Well, let's keep advertising. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah. No shame.
Yeah. Weight loss drugs. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, I mean, I get it, but it does say something. And then AI by a landslide.
Yeah.
And again, over and over again, just like, we're not going to hurt you. I'm like, you know who doesn't need to say that? A thing or an entity or a person who's not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't need to be said. Every ad was like, and we're not going to take all your money or convince your grandma to give away all her stuff or like, whatever, dude. We're not going to like slam a door on your head. Like I was like, I wasn't even thinking about physicality stuff. I was thinking you're going to rip everybody off or something, or just have us all doing the things you're already doing. I wish that was an ad they had to run. Like, here's the stuff we're already doing with it. It's just a regular picture of this woman, but now it's like an explicit picture. What? Mm-hmm. Show that. Not the lady, but it just show that reality. Show what you guys say when those things get brought to your attention. Mm-hmm. I'll watch that commercial.
Mm-hmm. We need to be pulling out. Not me, I'm poor. But who can pay for these counter? Because counter commercials to it. I thought that the Chris Hemsworth commercial was a anti-AI commercial, and you were like, no. I am
pretty sure it was them going like, no, how ridiculous is that to think that's what AI would do? And I go, yeah, I don't know if you guys, if this is your first time with commercials and your first time with a human public. I think we all just saw Chris Hemsworth get bodied a bunch of different times by AI is what I saw. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
And it only like...
And I said, I'm not strong like Chris Hemsworth. Mm-hmm. I'm not smart like Chris. I
can't even say the word Chris. Crims Hemsworth? You're back with the alternate halftime people. Y'all see the Christ Hemsworth? Crimp Hams good? Yeah? I like his stuff. That I like. There's something about him I like. I can't put my finger on it, but I like him. Yeah, Crap's Ham's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's showing this very strong man who's done quite well for himself, and he just keeps getting killed.
Yeah. He feels like someone who has street smarts, book smarts.
Yeah.
But somebody
we're going to get killed.
He's like somebody who has street smarts, book smarts, strength.
Yeah.
I don't got all those. I'm not a trifecta.
And I think his wife was on Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, but she wasn't even there.
She was in the commercial, yes.
No, but she left, didn't she? And that's when he was getting murdered?
Oh, maybe he was getting murdered solo, but I do think that she was like, I felt like they put her there like, right, your wife wouldn't want you to get murdered. I go, I don't.
She didn't seem like she cared if he did.
I think she was like, babe.
Don't have those concerns.
And I said, you going to have the woman kind of be the like, don't worry. Men are creating a thing that's going to be good. Don't worry about it. Here's one thing I feel
maybe
like,
that's what men need to see.
Maybe.
That's why I thought it was anti-commercial.
Hey, I'll Google it in a second. We'll check. We'll get it on the record one way or the other. But I will say, like, I haven't liked the thought of AI for a very long time. We made a thing a million years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. Ctl Alt Extinct.
You don't even know the name of our own thing?
You can't say Chris Hemsworth.
That's true.
Ctl Alt Extinct on YouTube. But it was about AI just doing its own thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was, the crux of that was like, even then we were like, this is kind of scary, because it's like, oh, don't worry, it gets super smart. But like, we'll reel it in. You saw a thing with one of the marketing people who made one of the AI commercials, and it turns out maybe they're not super smart.
I am the chief marketing officer of an AI company that spent $8 million on a Super Bowl ad last night. The ad was 30 seconds long. It featured a child. The child asked our AI a question about the stars. Our AI answered beautifully. The spot tested well in focus groups. The creative team won an internal award.
Perfect.
We generated 40,000 renders to find one where the AI didn't hallucinate. The approved cut was take 39,847.
And that's to get it to answer correctly something about the stars.
Yeah.
39,000.
39,847.
I think we're going to be simultaneously terrible and fine.
The child is not a real user.
Well,
no
yeah.
doy.
Yeah. I think Ben Affleck did nail it when he was just like, yeah, it's going to have some functionality that can be helpful. It's not going to be able to do high level stuff like you think it is. Like he was talking about obviously for his endeavors, but he's like,
and we saw in the Dunkin' commercial.
Exactly. I wondered if partially he was like, yeah, we'll show him. We'll show him. Yeah. It's not good. You know what I mean?
But then you think that they secretly have better.
I just, that's just the propaganda in my head as I go, well, if people are really worried about it, the largest marketing thing of the year is Super Bowl Sunday. What if you rolled a dice that you're like, let's make all of them look really bad. Let's get narrative out that it's like terrible. Like, you'd know if it was ripping you off. You'd know if it was a problem. That would maybe make people feel secure. I think, honestly, it isn't. I think that they were like, oh boy, oh, that's what people are thinking. Because I think they really thought, I mean, they're giving internal awards. They're like, oh my God, an internal award is being given for this crap. And then the public, thankfully, see, sometimes the public will surprise you and they go, what? What is this crap? Everybody, when we saw that Ring doorbell commercial, nobody was like, oh, good, dogs. We love dogs. It ain't about that. We were like, what? At a time like this, you're telling me you can just pick it up on one and then coop, 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 coop. That's crazy. That is not what anybody's asking you for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how they get people to like this crap? They Dateline, all this stuff. They make you think everybody's dying every second. It's the same narrative over and over for whatever purpose they need. It's like, we're not getting snatched up to that level.
I think we're about to have a renaissance.
We're about to have a renaissance. The thing swings both ways, and I think what it is now too is I think there's a lot more of good people. I know that's such a hard thing to keep in your mind because the marketing is, man, everybody's bad. And you're right. You're going to get 5 million knuckleheads who are like, me too! Like, I'm here, I darn your thing. And it's like, yeah, we already know, dude. Like, we already know.
Yeah.
I think there are some really good people, and I think that we're going to get on the other side of this. And what I hope is that this will forever be the thing that people reverberate through all of us, where we go, no, we can't do that again.
Yeah.
Because it didn't do it the first time. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, it didn't do it the first time because, again, sometimes it gets fixed too quick and people we don't suffer enough to really make it a long-term memory. People remember the Depression. People don't remember how bad the housing market thing really was because Obama did an excellent job of getting it back going.
Yeah.
So it was like, short-lived, pain point. And sure, some people's story was really, but overall, it got back on track too fast.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of it that way, but in retrospect, you go, it probably would have been better if it would have been a little harder. I
think we're going to have a really cool renaissance of ideas and art and stuff we haven't even ever thought of or seen before because we're going to have a much more open communication. I feel like the Benito Bowl was such a great reminder, especially to me. I felt like I was losing it in the outside world and stuff, and forgetting to like be, present. Yeah. And it was a great reminder to like have joy, have fun,
have community.
Yeah, have community. Just have a good life.
Yes.
And help and do what you can. Do your part.
Yeah. Make it to a natural death and be kind to people along the way. Like, right? It's baffling. I'm like, but be kind to people, man. Yeah. Like, I guess that's the thing. Even in this, I go, we need to stop focusing on what they don't do or and just be like, here's what we wish would happen more often. I truly wish people would tap more into their empathy. I wish that my whole life, I have experienced people who are racist, homophobic, those kind of things. I will say this, anybody who grew up in those kind of areas where it was really, really blatant, and I'm sure every area of this country has it, because my mom is from the North. And I remember she was like, oh yeah, maybe I didn't hear these words or see these things, but it was at that time, because it was so effectively done through other means of like just politicking and things like that, redlining and stuff, that there just were no people of color in their neighborhoods. So when she got down, it was actually because of forced integration and no real game plan of how that was going to go.
Yeah.
It was that, but then you see overt racism. So it needs to change top to bottom. But like when you live in a place that people are like overtly and maliciously racist, I will say it is not an easy thing to combat.
Yeah.
You know, because I see people, honestly, unfortunately, I see people that I thought were good people. A lot of the people I already knew weren't good. Like I was not surprised by that many, but I have been surprised by, you know, a handful where I was like, oof, okay.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Boop. You know, okay. I guess that's what we're doing.
I think it has affected every family in some way or another of the way they view or love each other.
Yeah.
There's definitely people I thought like, oh, I thought you guided my conscience. I'm surprised to see we're still here.
Yeah. Honestly.
And these aren't people that you think you have in your life daily or yearly even at all anymore.
I am very grateful for is that our immediate families, both sides, aren't that. That's a breath of fresh air, man. Like I watched people, like friends of mine, you know, just be like, I don't know what to do. I thought, you know, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
These are the people who raised me. I thought you made me. You know, I saw a lot of that over the years where they're like, you made me. Like, I don't understand. I liked seeing something that was just joyful.
Yeah. It was nice. And it was so joyful. They took the show outside, you know.
Did they?
The performers, they still were like performing and doing it outside.
I love that.
Having a party basically outside after the show.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
We need that. I mean, you got to, like, here's what you know, and we talk about this all the time. Like, if you have a glass of positivity and you drop one little droplet of negativity, it just, boom.
It seeps. Yeah.
So with the level of hard things that we are dealing with as people who care for one another, you have to find your joyful moments to be as effective as hopefully any of us can be, to be good, helpful people to one another. So I really appreciate that. Honestly, I appreciate the Puppy Bowl for that same reason.
Yeah. It's always been there. Yeah.
You know, they're phoning it in. It's improvised. You know, it ain't written. They're not doing anything.
It's not scripted.
Yeah, it's not scripted.
Super Bowl is.
No, it's completely improvised. It is not the same level of commitment for sure.
Well, I don't think those guys trained long before.
A lot of them were sleeping during it. I go, okay. Yeah, it's adorable, but I mean, like, you know.
Some of them opened their eyes for the first time the day before they got there.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Not a lot of practice.
Yeah. Some of them were licking themselves in a manner that you wouldn't expect. And I don't see one iota of any pushback on that. I go, they're licking their own genitals. No? What say ye? That's fine? Okay.
No foul.
Yeah. No foul on that play. No flag on that play. I was happy that the Seahawks won, too. Talking about all halftime show, but I was happy that Seahawks won.
Yeah.
Thought it was actually a good game. I don't mind a defensive game where it was just that dominant, where I was like, woo. That is a showing.
Yeah. They moved those chains.
They did do that. Heather, do you have any other thoughts, feelings, or jokes?
I do. I have one more.
Is it halftime related?
It's halftime related.
All right.
But I feel like it's more Keenan Ivory Wayne's story than a halftime story.
Even better.
He's such a smart creator. He saw the time. In 1992, he put on a live in living color episode during the halftime of the Super Bowl, and it drove such huge numbers.
There was like 22 million people tuned in. And what's crazy is you told me that. I had no recollection of it, but I was like, there is zero chance that I didn't watch that. I 100% would have watched that. I watched everything in living color, just like crazy. He's an incredible force in the business. Yeah. Like creatively, but you have to also admire the business side of it because it ain't an easy business to get into.
No.
And not only did he get himself in, but he held that door open for a lot of people in his own family, a lot of friends. You know what I mean? He got a lot of people into the business that the business didn't always want in.
Yeah. It is very difficult if you don't know somebody directly.
Absolutely.
You know?
I'll tell you this much. Like, you get a lot of hot ideas from, like, your parents where they're like, hey, I know that one actor lives in your neighborhood. You think about throwing a script over at him? I go, I don't know if this man can read. I don't know a thing about this man. I know he doesn't make movies. And I know he ain't going to want to read some script that got tossed on his noggin.
And I know he's a, 3-line regular on a sitcom, not the main character.
Yeah, at that time he wasn't even the main guy
producing.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I'm fighting for my life every day out here.
But I'll ask him to read my script and pass it along.
That's the biggest thing you realize when you're pursuing like the arts. It ain't that people are trying to stand in your way. It's that at all times everybody's trying to survive. To them, it is still work, even though they love it. So if you're like, I'll read my script. Nobody wants to read a script. Actors don't want to read a script.
Yeah.
They literally go through and go, where's my guy? Okay, boom, there she is. Okay, got her. Oh, okay, that's great. That's for me. Yeah, all right, perfect. You will watch your best friend's eyes glaze over and you go, hey, can I shoot over my script? Have you read that? Oh, God.
You can't get people to watch a done thing.
It's a lot easier. The reason we started making more done things, though, is I remember somebody said, like, well, you're begging people to like look at the blueprints. At least give them a tour of the house. Yeah. Even if it's a short thing for like what the long thing would be, it's a lot. Give them a sizzle, you know, because people don't want to read. Yeah. I mean, I know your audience, right? Yeah. That's my only fear that AI could even get into the business. Is somebody just goes, I don't want to read. I don't want to write. I don't want to do none of it. Writers are miserable. They're happy when it works, like, and it happens, but they're miserable the entire rest of the time. I mean, every writer will tell you. I hate
writing.
It's awful.
Did you I don't know why I'm asking. I'm sure you probably watched the Sean and Marlon show.
Oh, yeah. The Wayans Brothers.
Yeah, the Wayans Brothers.
I've never heard anyone refer to it as the Sean and Marlon show when it was definitely called the Wayans Brothers. Well, it's a real Christ Ham's goods. What's his name? Crest? It's Crest. He's like from the
Did I say Crim?
Crim?
I think I said
You said Crim. I said Crim. Okay.
Yeah. Crim. I loved that show. That was one of my favorite shows.
Absolutely. I ain't really heard anything bad about any of the Wayans when it comes to like being stand-up dudes in different ways, because they were going to be on if you remember, that was on the WB before it turned into the CW. Yep. The reason it was on the WB is it was going to be on a major network. And the network said, we don't want John Witherspoon to be the dad. We don't think, really? We don't think he's like network. And they were like, no, we think he's doing like genius level stuff on the show. And he's who we wanted to play this part. So we're not going to fire a guy that we begged to do it. Right. And so they got downgraded to WB. And they were like, happily. We got way more freedom. They let us be like, they wouldn't have let us be what we were on that show. And they said, and you know that definitively when they go, we want to fire a main component that makes the show funny and good. John Witherspoon is lights out. Yeah. And I think he always played a dad in a very unique, funny, but loving way, because he was the dad in Friday. And I was like, this guy's really carving out a little niche here of like, you know, he'll hit those moments when you really need him to. Like everybody I know that was like a male to be one of those guys, a male. I work with a lot of females. They're one of those guys. God,
well, they never say male though.
They don't. Actually, I always watch, and they always go female, and then they'll go a man. But John Witherspoon, everybody who was a boy growing up when Friday came out, can basically remember the like, you know, but you live to fight another day speech, which is basically like, don't go get a gun. You know, even though it's a comedy, it's like, don't go get a gun. You know what I mean? That's not how you handle a bully. Like you win or you lose, but you live to fight another day. And I was like, everybody I know would know that speech. And I go, he's hilarious through that whole movie. He's over the top through that whole movie, dialed absolutely in where that hits like a ton of bricks. And I was like, that's a great actor. Why are we firing this guy? It's not understanding your audience. It's not trusting the people of color you hired to do a job when they go, I know my audience, dude. I think that's a fantastic thing to end on.
Yeah. And I appreciate that family. Yeah. I feel like they gave me so much joy.
Yeah.
They gave you a lot of joy.
Oh, man. Absolutely.
They still do.
Still do. But I go, give them their flowers. Yeah. I do think, say nice things about people often. Yeah. Don't wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to say what you appreciate about people.
We end our night. Every night when we're in bed, we go, what are you grateful for? Right? How annoying is that? How annoying is that?
We're good people.
We do. Well, but it helps you remember it. I love you.
I love you.
We didn't hit record. We didn't hit record.